Chris and Gina here with Hollywood Haunter. We are getting ready to put away all our skulls, and we thought since we've had a couple questions and stuff, we'd show you guys how we make them. When we basically decided that we were going to go with making a mausoleum, like a skull mausoleum themed one where it's like a catacombs thing, we thought we were going to need a whole bunch of these things. So the first thing that we did was we went down to the hobby store and bought one of these Lindberg skulls, and they're like $20. So we were like, man, there's no way that we're going to line this whole thing with a bunch of $20 skulls. It could get expensive. So I started, investigating and finding out information on how to do molds and castings and that kind of thing. I started out just buying like this industry DVD, which was helpful. Put my wife to sleep, but
many times.
It was helpful. There's also lots of things on the online that you can do. Then we also went to a place to buy our silicone. This is a really good one of many that you can get. It's called Moldstar 15. It doesn't require you to have a machine to vacuum out all the air bubbles. It's really good for a beginner type of person like myself. Also, you'll need a mold release. So this is, again, one type of product. This is the plaster that we use. It's called White Art. I think it's a plaster Paris, but it's a 20-minute setting plaster, so it's really cool. You can just pump these things out all day long. So the first thing I did was I took this Lindberg skull and I wanted to change it up a little bit, so anything that I didn't like, I kind of put some oil-based clay on. I sealed all the holes that you see so that when I poured the silicone it wouldn't make its way into the inside of this thing. I then took some like Bondo and sealed this crack, and so that you wouldn't see it on all the skulls. I made everything you see right here was originally made out of clay. You can see the skull kind of goes on there, and I chose to do a two-part just so it would make it easier to release the skull once I've poured the plaster into it. So then I took clay and I basically just made a shape over it, and then I made my housing or my mold for that. You can actually use lots of different products. I've seen people use jute netting and plaster and brush it on. I chose to do mine out of fiberglass because I just wanted it strong and last over the years without breaking. This is wood dowel, just covered with some resin. I made it a box shape so that we could sit there and flip it different ways. So that maybe you could make partial skulls or put it in a rotisserie motor so you could pour a little bit in there and it would end up being like a hollow one. When you put the top portion in, I just basically would pour my plaster in there and then take my, let's see, thanks, took the bottom part and just kind of squish it in there like that, and then I have this top lid part, and then I just take these little clamps and put 4 clamps around it. And like I said, it would take about 20 minutes to dry. For the top part of the mausoleum and the archway in the pictures, you'll notice that I only made a half a skull, so I filled this all the way, or halfway up, and then I tilted it like this and just let them dry, and then popped them out. So once you do get these out, if you want to change them up, you can break teeth, use a wire brush to kind of scrape them up. I took a 5-gallon bucket and just put some watered down paint in there, dunked them in, made sure it was in all the little pits and stuff, and then took a towel and just wiped it off. Didn't spend a whole lot of time doing it. If you make sure, or if you use a brown paint, it kind of gives it that Indiana Jones look or the pirate look. If you go dark, you can make them look burnt.
This is a close-up for all of you guys.
Yeah, there's some glue stick cobwebs still on it, which makes it kind of fun when you pull it out of storage, because we keep these up in the attic, and when we pull them down, they sometimes have real spider webs with black widows and stuff on them, so that's pretty scary.
Yeah, we play, is it real or fake?
Yeah, is it real or fake? We tell the cable guy when he comes over to fix our cable that that's all the past cable guys that have come and failed to make our TV work right.